Hello everyone.
Hello.
First, let me introduce myself. My name is Jungyeon, and I'm Hallyu High School student. My dream is not yet decided exactly, but I want to be a person who has an influencing power in the world. So I will always pray to God, and I will try to study very hard. But I'm not study well. Anyway, today's story is not a Bible, but history. So title is How Europeans Believe Christianity. So I will start now. After Paul had finished his mission work in Greece and Rome, Christianity became a state religion in Rome by Theodosius. But when he died, Rome was divided into West and East by his sons. And it became why Rome was fallen. And at the same time, Germany moving into the West Rome. So the situation is very confused and chaotic. So finally, West Rome was fallen by Germany. And then Germany built a lot of nations, such as Frank and Burgunds, and Goths and others. There. But at the time, the most powerful country was France. Because the king named Clovis believed God. So he made Christianity their state religions. So whenever they fought other nation, they always won. So they had a lot of lands. But after he died, Frank leaders was changing. The new Frank leader's name was Count Martin. When he ruled his country, Islamic army crossed the Pyrenees mountain to invade Europe. And after they crossed the Pyrenees mountain, they faced the Frank army that was led by Count Martin in 240. At the time, the Islamic army was very powerful, and they had 8,000 soldiers. But Frank didn't. They just had 5,000 soldiers, and all of the soldiers are infantry. So this battle started in adverse condition. But God helped them and with them. So, even though Frank is very weakness and not having more, they could defeat them and protect Europe from Islam. So, the king said, my greatest achievement was stopping the Muslim advances into Europe. So, if at the time he was defeated by Islam, now whole European believe Islam. And there is no Christianity. So it is very terrible things. So, from then on, France can prosper more than before, and it became an opportunity that Christian can spread whole Europe. And at the time, France was very powerful and strong nation, and also Christianity culture was developed because at the time's king name was Carlos Charlemagne. He built a lot of churches and teaching ancient Greek literature to children. So, those days, all Europeans believe Christianity. So now, I will talk about my opinion. During I prepared this presentation, I felt a lot of things. First is impossible is nothing with God. When we live, we can face in difficult and dangerous situation. And sometimes we may feel that I can't do it, so we will give up easily, isn't it? But Paul didn't. Paul didn't give up his mission work in Rome, even though they didn't believe God and they killed and oppressed a lot of Christians. he didn't give up and he just remained his mission work in Rome. So finally, Rome admits Christianity and believe God. It is amazing things. And second, God always helps us. God is our great shepherd, isn't he?
Yeah.
So when we get in stock, God will try to help us. God will try to help us with many ways. For example, when Islamic army tried to invade Europe, whole European could believe Islam. So God helped us and saved us by using Frank. So finally, Frank could defeat them and protect whole Europe from Islam. So this story shows us God always with us and always help us and save us. And third, God can change our life. Somebody said, before I believe God, my life is very miserable. But after I believe God, my life is totally changed. So, when you believe God, God will give you His special plans and skills. And then God's plans become our vision and God's skills become our ability. So we can use that, so we can develop our life by using them. And even though it is not a person, God will try to help them. For example, Frank is not a person, isn't it? Frank is a nation. So, at first, Frank is a very weakness and small nation, and they just started in Germany. But after they believe God and admit Christianity, they could be strong and expanded. So look at this picture. Frank had a lot of land to be by big. Isn't it? Yeah. So now I will talk about how God changed my life. Before I come to the church, I'm a very ignorant person. And I can't speak English like that. And then I don't know what I have to do. So I don't know what is wrong and what is right. So my life is very miserable. And I'm always to be alone because my parents always went to their workplaces. Yes. Wow. And then I have a friend. Because at the time, my friends always go to their activity, even though we can't. So, I have no friend and I have no person to play with me. So before I come to the church, I always feel alone. So I have to stay at my home. And I don't know the truth of my life. And my life so meaning. So I have no dream and in my life there is no hope. And my life was very boring and simple. But after that I met Jesus, my life was totally changed.
Amen.
First, I can realize what I have to do for my life by learning Bible in our church. And second, I can make a friend. Whenever go to church in Sunday, I can meet a lot of people, good people, and I can make a friend because I think everyone is my friend, even though they are young or older than me. So I'm very happy about this. And third, I can realize that the truth of my life and the meanings of my life. So after I go to church, I can make my dream and vision, and in my life there is hope. So my life became very happy, and I thanks to God about saving my life and meet a lot of people and give me a great opportunity and chance. So thank you very much for your attention.